Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. What's shaking, BookTube? My name's Cam, and welcome back to episode 3 of 10 hilariously terrible looking books. I've got some good ones today. Rolled it. Get back in there. Get back in. Get back in. Roll the intro. Can't believe it's episode 3 already. I've been doing this for about 13 years now. Feels like only yesterday I did that episode 1, top 10 hilariously terrible looking books. We're already at episode 3. It's just, what a journey. Let's get into it. For those of you new to this, first of all, thank you for finally joining us. Finally. And secondly, the general idea of these videos is that I will show you a book that at first glance looks pretty shit, and then I will try and tell you what I think it's about. Guaranteed hilarious. First category is old and incredibly obscure. Okay, so Dave Duncan, author of Destiny of the Sword, which sounds just as good, West of January. Noble was no hero, but someone had to save the world. And it's a shirtless dude riding an orca. Using my premium detective skills, I have distinguished that the man on the orca is actually Noble, and not the other way around, which I at first suspected. And I'm guessing the story has something to do with him opening SeaWorld. He was on a journey to stop the overpopulation of killer whales or orcas that were populating the earth around that time, so he thought, you know what, we need a place where we can gather them all and just treat them as terribly as possible. It even says he's no hero. You're goddamn right. Fuck off, Noble. What have we got next? I'm noticing a few things that could be seen as offensive on this one. Now, we know the Nazi trope is genuinely played out as a go-to villain for stories, namely Disney, ironically. But you know what hasn't been done? Nazi gnomes. John Christopher's novel of pure terror, The Little People. I think John Christopher might have some things he needs to get ironed out. Next category is probably my favorite, and it's something that you will not be able to not come across when you're looking for shitty book covers, and that is Inappropriate Relationships with Animals. Yay! A Girl's Best Friend. Yeah, it's a real book. New book, March 1979. I know 70s was like free love and stuff, but well, it's described as a pet book, so I suppose it's a book giving an elegant and thorough insight into the relationship between females and canines. Because, you know, dogs are generally called man's best friend, but I know maybe there's an accompanying book to this one called Man's Best Friend. I hope not.
Next.
David Bustle, But You're a Horse. You know, there's nothing worse than developing a romantic relationship with someone and then realizing that they're a horse. We've all been there, right? I fucking hate myself. Why should I even take a stab at guessing what this is about? I mean, the title says it all. And last but not least, what would a 10 hilariously terrible looking books video be without some dinosaur erotica? At this point, you guys are probably thinking that I'm actually into this stuff. No thank you. A Billionaire Dinosaur Forced Me Gay by Hunter Fox. You know, just by looking at this, I can tell Hunter Fox is a literary genius. One of the true extraordinaires of our time, of our generation, of the age. Obviously a story about a handsome guy living in the prehistoric age, somehow with a shaved chest and a hoodie, but not important to the story. What is important is that love comes in all shapes and forms, my friends. Oh yes. And in this case, he meets a dinosaur. He goes, oh no, I'm gonna get eaten by that dinosaur. But the dinosaur's like, no sir. No sir, I'm just looking for love. And at first the guy's like, I'm flattered, but it's just humans for me. Just humans for me. And the dinosaur goes, hey baby, you ain't never had no dino dick like this. Until next video, dinosaur erotica. Until next video. Next category is the beautifully artistic. And we're starting with Angus and the Rogue Robots. And it's book 3 in the Cadet Magnum series. No fucking way, there's a book 3? What's not to love about this? I mean, I've been a big fan of Angus and the Rogue Robots for about 30 years now. And I think book 2 really came out of its shell artistically. So I didn't think there ever would be a book 3, and I've just, I guess, now come across this, and to be honest, I'm excited. The art's definitely stepped up its game too. I mean, you've got a nice variation there between 3D, whatever the fuck that is, and Microsoft Paint. And I guess if a robot was to go to combat with a human, they would use a fencing sword, so you could say it's accurate scientifically as well. Looking forward to reading that one. Nice work, Ed. Then we have Hide and Seek. You can see that a lot of money must have been put into this cover. I mean, just what? Yeah. Wait, what the fuck? It's got a review here by Dr. Laurie Huston of the Cat Writers Association. The fuck is the Cat Writers Association? Okay. Not sure what I expected. It's quite literally a writing association for people who specialize in cats. I can only assume that that book is a fantastically suspenseful piece of art about a woman hiding her precious child, her kitten, from a off-colored and poorly photoshopped dog. That's actually how the dog is described in the story itself. Off-colored and poorly photoshopped. Moving on. Reese Hughes' Young Tales of the Old Cosmos, and it looks like he's put his children's faces on the planets. Look at the fucking... Oh boy. Kill me! Next category is children's books that are accidentally inappropriate, and we have Grandpa Won't Wake Up. I guess it eluded Simon Max Hill and Shannon Wheeler the morbid reality of drawing children playing with their grandfather's corpse. But I'm sure it's a heartwarming tale of loving your grandparents before they fucking die in the living room, and you find yourself with your sibling pulling at his decaying flesh. Cannot wait to have kids. And last but not least is the terrible book cover for a popular book or series, and we have gone with a Superman one. More specifically, a Lois Lane one, and that is Lois Lane turning herself into a black woman for 24 hours. Oh boy, those were different times. I'm not sure of the context here, but maybe she thought, hey, living as a woman in the 50s or whenever it was, wasn't demeaning and insulting enough, so maybe I'll make it even worse. And I'll use top-notch science to transform myself into an even more marginalized group of people. I'm sure it's very insightful and not in the least bit offensive. Anyway, that's it. We've made it through. We've survived yet another 10 hilariously terrible looking books. If you come across any covers that you want me to include in the next video in episode 4, please tweet them to me at CamWolfShot. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you do the thing and the thing. And I already mentioned it a moment ago, but follow me on the thing. See you in the next video. Catch ya.